Every year, millions of people around the world wake up, get dressed, and drive past perfectly good coffee machines in their own kitchens just to pay $6 for a cup of Starbucks. And they do it happily, willingly, sometimes even excitedly. That is not a coincidence. That is not luck. That is a carefully designed psychological system that has been built over decades. Starbucks did not become a $36 billion company by selling great coffee. They became a $36 billion company by understanding how the human brain works. Today, I am going to show you exactly how they do it. 6 psychological tricks that Starbucks uses on you every single day. And once you see them, you will never look at that green logo the same way again. Let's start with the most obvious one, your name on the cup. It sounds so simple, so small, almost too small to matter. But think about what actually happens. You walk into a Starbucks. There are hundreds of people there, noise everywhere, orders flying around, and then someone calls your name. Not order number 47, your actual name. In that moment, your brain does something fascinating. It makes you feel seen. It makes you feel like an individual in a sea of strangers. That feeling is powerful. And what do people do when they feel special? They share it. They take out their phone, they photograph that cup with their name on it, they post it on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. And just like that, Starbucks has turned every single customer into a free marketing machine. No advertising budget needed. You paid $6 for the coffee, and then you advertise their brand to all your followers for free. Genius. Now let's talk about the language. When you walk up to a Starbucks counter for the first time, the menu can feel almost intimidating. Tall, grande, venti, trenta. What does any of this mean? In Italian, grande means large. Venti means 20, as in 20 ounces. But here's the thing. Most people ordering Starbucks do not speak Italian. So why use these words? Because they sound premium. They sound European. They sound like something you would find in a small, sophisticated cafe in Milan, not a fast food chain on a highway. When you order a venti latte, your brain registers it differently than if you ordered a large coffee. You feel like you are participating in something elevated, something exclusive. And that feeling, that sense of belonging to something premium, is worth a lot of money to Starbucks. Third, the concept of the third place. This is perhaps the most brilliant idea in the entire Starbucks playbook. Back in the 1980s, the founder of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, traveled to Italy. He walked into small Italian espresso bars and noticed something incredible. People were not just drinking coffee, they were living there, talking, reading, working, relaxing. The coffee bar was not just a place to get a drink. It was a community space, a place between home and work. Schultz came back to America with one mission: to recreate that feeling. He called it the third place. Not your home, not your office. Starbucks. Look at any Starbucks location. Comfortable chairs, soft lighting, free Wi-Fi, calm atmosphere. You're not just buying a drink. You are buying a place to exist, and people will pay a premium for that feeling every single time. Now let's talk about one of the most psychologically sophisticated things Starbucks has ever built: the loyalty program. Starbucks Rewards. On the surface, it looks simple. You buy coffee, you earn stars, you redeem stars for free drinks. But underneath, this is a masterclass in behavioral psychology. Every element of Starbucks Rewards is designed to trigger the same part of your brain that video games trigger. Stars feel like points. Levels feel like achievements. Free drinks feel like rewards you earned through skill. Your brain genuinely cannot tell the difference between leveling up in a video game and earning enough stars for a free Frappuccino. The result? People visit Starbucks more often than they planned. They spend more money than they intended. Not because they need the coffee, but because their brain is chasing the next reward. Starbucks reported that rewards members spend 3 times more than non-members. 3 times. All because of stars on an app. Let's talk about pumpkin, specifically pumpkin spice latte. Every year around late August, while the internet goes crazy, pumpkin spice is back. People line up. They post about it. They celebrate it like a holiday. But here's the question. Why? Pumpkin flavor is not rare. You can buy pumpkin spice at any grocery store any time of the year. Starbucks could sell pumpkin spice latte in January if they wanted to, but they don't. And that is the point. By making it seasonal, Amway, by making it disappear every winter, Starbucks created something far more valuable than a drink. They created urgency. They created FOMO, the fear of missing out. When something is limited, your brain automatically wants it more. This is called the scarcity principle, and Starbucks uses it perfectly. Every autumn, millions of people rush to Starbucks not because they are thirsty, but because they are afraid it will be gone before they get there. Finally, let's talk about price. Have you ever looked at the Starbucks menu and felt like the regular drinks were actually not that expensive? That a $6 latte felt reasonable? That is not an accident. That is called price anchoring. Starbucks deliberately puts extremely expensive items on the menu. $12 frappuccinos, elaborate customized drinks that cost $15. Not because they expect everyone to buy them, but because once your brain sees a $15 drink, the $6 one suddenly feels like a bargain. Your brain needs a reference point to decide if something is expensive or cheap. Starbucks controls that reference point completely. They decide what feels reasonable. And you make your choices based on the anchors they set. So let's bring it all together. Starbucks writes your name on a cup so you feel special and advertise for them for free. They use Italian words so you feel premium. They design their stores as a third place so you keep coming back. They built a loyalty program that works like a video game so you spend more than you planned. They make drinks seasonal so you feel urgency and fear of missing out. And they anchor their prices so everything feels reasonable. None of this is accidental. Every single detail has been engineered by teams of psychologists, marketers, and behavioral scientists. Starbucks does not sell coffee. They sell an experience. They sell an identity. They sell a feeling. And they are very, very good at it. Now that you know all 6 tricks, will you still go? Drop your answer in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe. Because next week we are breaking down how IKEA tricks you into spending way more money than you ever planned to spend.